So kicking off for stage 2, fairly straightforward little run here. Spain gate, we might need to fix that up. So pushing forwards nice and fast. We've got a couple of 100 meters of fairly easy straight line here. Pop the GPS up so you can see where we're at on the markers too. So over the crest, we then have the little dip and then an in-camber left-hander. You can hold the car in there, look at the speed we carried on off-road, but you just got to make sure you get your braking done so you can get your turn in. Dead flat square right there, that's a little bit awkward. We're through the first 500. Around here, a little deceptive one, looks like it's going to flick right, actually flicks left as you can tell by the goat. Off camber and then into a nice little in-camber banked corner. Again, you can carry heaps of speed through there. And same again for this next one. Heaps of speed in the off-road even. So cutting through here left, that rock is your marker on the right. You can fly across and that'll get you set up nicely for this square left. Pushing up the hill now, again you can see your markers nice and easy. Get your left-hander sorted. Get your right, watch for that little rock wall on the inside. And up the hill we go, rounding off the hill there. Getting back to the right so we can make our left-hand turn there, wave at our guys. And we're through to the first checkpoint. So this is a little right. Again, the camber's not too bad once you get in there. And then a tighter left as we come down the hill and into the farm. Watch for your grip change. Make a tight right around the cisterns and the barn. Tight up against the wall here, and we come to a nice little custom built section. So left, into a right as we come up the hill. Nice little fence chains, almost reminiscent of shakedown, but a little bit more room as you flip across to the other side. Across the top here, and then down to the right. Flicking left now, into a hairpin. To an immediate right, the camber's good here. You just got to watch that inside off-road that I just hit. Up the hill, this one's sneaky. It's right around this first tree here. And an immediate hairpin left around the rocks. From there you can get on the gas. Good little straight section here for a couple of 100 meters down the hill. And then right here, camber's again not too bad, but you do have to get your turn in right or you're gone. Left into the trees here, it's a tight little section. It's worth just punching the car through. Don't stay on the throttle too much. Be smart about when you use it. Again, you can cut through this little section here. And now the other side. And up towards the top of the hill. So, cutting the gap through there. The rally car's obviously a bit quicker. Cross the little jump. Settle yourself up. Left and right. Through the dip. Just want to aim to punch out through the other side comfortably. Come up across the crest, you can cut a little bit through a couple of these corners. Faint little sort of sweeps. And heading up here, we get a little bit tighter. Obviously you want to try open this one up as much as you can like that. Around to the right. And down through the dip to the left. This one's a little bit deceptive. If you can keep right, get your turning done as much as you can be up here without landing too far up and hitting either of those rocks on the top. And then it's a fast little section as we get to the halfway point in the stage. Punching all the way down. You can keep center across these dips here. Just like that, landing that little jump. As soon as you come across this crest, you do want to get back left and through. Here's the deceptive one. You want to make sure you get this one right with the first bit, or you're going to end off that ledge there and do some damage to yourself. Back around to the left, you can keep flat as you come across the jump. And then come into a right that goes into camber quite nicely. Again, if you get that turn in, the camber will help do the rest and spit you out the other side. Coming across the top now. Tight left to tight right. Keep your speed up alright. These ones here, if you can get it right, you can pretty well straight line them with a couple little dabs. Now, get your braking done nice and early. You want to stop and be across the blue that close. If you're not, the camber will spit you right out and you'll land over near those ruins. You can potentially get a cut if you end up slipping between this tyre bundle, so the bale and the wall. Coming under checkpoint 3, we enter a really fast section of road, so big, long, sweeping right. That continues around here. Then we jump down into a little gully here and head back out through the other side. And now again, this is the crazy fast section. It's full flat through here. It's a matter of keeping the car pointed and keeping the car stable. Let's come across a couple of jumps. Only thing to watch for is this little left 6 and right 6. And then we have a good little natural jump here. So keep yourself centered, punch over, wham, away we go. And around to the right. Through the left, hit the goat. Through the dip, hit checkpoint 4. And back through the creek there. Up to the top. Tight little right here with a bit of camber. And across the top. Entering down towards the last end of the stage here. Flat left, plenty of cut space. Around to the right. And it's a fairly open hairpin here. Dip across the right, through the left. Trying to cut as much as you can. Get the car nice and steady and braking for a very, very tight little corner here to the finish. And across the line.